¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estáis? ¿Habéis sobrevivido a las fiestas y a las comilonas? Por fin volvemos a la normalidad. Bueno, deciros que este vídeo que sacamos, que es una entrevista que le hicimos a Romano Albesiano en Aprilia, en este primer vídeo va a ser en inglés que podéis seguir si activáis los subtítulos en español. Estamos preparando otra versión doblada que nos lleva un poquito más de tiempo porque es más trabajo, pero aquí un adelanto de Albesiano. Creo que está bastante interesante, como casi todo lo que hicimos en Aprilia. Y nada, ahí os dejo con Romano Albesiano, el hombre que está detrás de la evolución tecnológica de Aprilia. Deciros que Albesiano era compañero de trabajo de Gigi Dall'Igna, cuando Dall'Igna era el responsable de carreras de Aprilia. Y Albesiano se dedicaba al desarrollo de las motos de calle. Al irse Gigi Dall'Igna a Ducati, que eso lo llamarían en política transfugismo, Albesiano se tuvo que hacer cargo del departamento de carreras. Pero él ya tenía experiencia, porque fijaros qué cosas pasan aquí en las carreras, porque Albesiano entró en el mundo de la competición como ingeniero jovencísimo de la Calliva 502 tiempos. Esa que Antonio López tiene en nuestros vídeos puesta detrás en una maquetita. Pues nada, ahí os dejamos con Romano, un tipo muy relajado, muy tranquilo, que ya veréis, y es muy interesante lo que dice. Habla de Raúl, habla de Oliveira, de Aleix, por el que tiene un enorme aprecio. Pero bueno, dejemos que él lo explique todo. Dentro de poco, dentro de, no lo sé, un día, 24 horas, 48 horas, subiremos la versión doblada al español, que lo sepáis.
Yeah, steps everywhere. I mean, engine-wise, we improved a lot. All the parameters in aerodynamic area have improved. The construction of the bikes and chassis-related performance improved, and also another key point is the way we set the bike on track. This is a point it's rarely mentioned, but that's the area where we had the bigger improvement along the last 6 years. Let's say we made a huge improvement in this area.
The experience you had
experience of everybody in this company and myself, of course, and also the number and the quality of people that we brought to the track. And that given a level of analysis of the performance which has been improved a lot in electronics, tire management, engine management. When I say electronics, I mean strategies. Okay.
You think that the fact
if you're cold, I can close it.
No, it's
okay.
Right. To lose the concession will affect, you think, your development, or you're not too much worried about that?
Honestly, not too much. We didn't exploit it very much in the last season, the concessions. Not in terms of testing with the factory riders, not in terms of modification to the engine along the season. Okay, it's better and, let's say, safer to have this option in case you need it, but we didn't use it, honestly, last season. So I'm not super concerned about this. Of course, we have prepared this season in a different way, trying to anticipate some decisions, make more testing in advance, especially engine-wise, of course.
And having more races in terms of Grand Prix, but also with the sprint races, you will have a double of races. How that will affect the mean, your job at the end?
We are trying to understand. This is not clear, honestly. The level of stress of the people, for sure, and the riders at first will be increased a lot. This is clear. And in terms of parts, in terms of technical issues, honestly, we don't know. In terms of kilometers, mileage along the season will not change, basically. Maybe there will be more risk for crashes, because with two starts, with the pressure of the race. But from a purely technical point of view, there will be a different management, for example, of the tires. They need to do something different, but not super critical, I think.
Between the four riders you will have, which do you think is the most explosive, the best or on the theory, the best in a 10 lap race? Because, for example, in Ducati, they told me that they are happy with Jorge Martin, because they say he's explosive and the second part of his races are weak. So this is Ducati's bet.
And he's very fast in qualifying, so he will start normally in front.
Have you thought about that?
Honestly, we don't know very much how Miguel and Raul will perform on our bike. So we don't know. We can judge this kind of situation with them. With Maverick and Alessia, sometimes we are super good in the first part of the races with both, but I would say that this is not our strongest point, probably.
How to explain the domination of the European company at the moment? It seems that the Japanese era is going down.
I think, well, more or less, European companies have reached at least the same level as of Japanese. For sure, the mentality, the way, the way we do the development, it's probably different. I know also from production motorcycle philosophy that they have a totally different. In general, they take less risk. Probably as European, we are more. We dare a little bit more to introduce new things. We are more. Let's say, what's the word? We can accept more to take some risk and to push the development. They are extremely cautious in the development to avoid any kind of problem. Yes, and this is of course good on some areas, because generally this is super good for reliability, but it slows down the development. This is one way of explaining this trend, and also probably they don't have invested enough in some new areas, like aerodynamics, for example, that have made a big difference in the last seasons.
Romano, do you still are involved in the design of the things, or do you have to manage your engineers?
In the design, I mean, doing myself designing
No,
parts.
you're giving ideas, or you just manage the whole stuff.
No, it's a day by day working together with engineers. We discuss every day technical parts for engine and vehicle. Of course, I'm not an electronic guy, so I give less contribution, or really small contribution to this area. but on engine and vehicle we do the work together. Yeah.
When you sit together, do you sit with all areas together, or you aerodynamics?
No, generally we do
electronics?
specific meeting related to specific project or areas. So we sit with the engine engineers or with vehicle, with aerodynamics, but sometimes we do all together because it's very important, because every area need to know what the other area is doing, because there are strong connection between these activities.
How's the evolution of the racing department has evolved since you took the lead in 2014?
Sorry? Yeah?
The organization of the racing department, how does it change, evolve since 2014? When you
14? Who?
yeah, because it was the time you since Dalia left. I mean,
Well, basically,
The main
just
change,
the
let's
organization. I mean, the organigramma. I don't know. The scheme of the organization has remained more or less the same. So we are structuring areas: one, vehicle, engine, and electronics, and then each one of these areas has its own structure. Then we have the calculation department for structural calculation and aerodynamic calculation, and then we have the vehicle dynamics department. So more or less this scheme has remained the same, but inside all these areas the experience of the people that were already here in 14 has grown up so much for this category, and new people have joined the company, so the general know-how has increased a lot. But the scheme of the organization is remaining more or less unchanged, I would say.
everything is here. Everybody is working here.
Well, after the COVID, some let's say smart working has been done, especially with okay. But in general, all the decision, all the activity, all the testing, all the assembly of the components has been done, except the part we don't produce the parts here.
Mm-hmm. Not all.
So for example, the piston, of course, is not made in the company. The crankcase is not in the company. So everything is made outside from suppliers, like everybody does. Except we do inside 100%. We do chassis, fuel tanks. We did swing arms until they were made of aluminum. But all the design, all the testing, all the development is done in this.
Design in Noal and built in Italy.
In Europe.
In Europe.
Well,
In Europe.
Pistons
I
may
would
come
say
from,
Europe,
from Austria, maybe pistons, no?
Germany.
The other day, thinking about racing, which I cannot stop to do, I realized that your first bike 2015,
Yeah.
Gigi's first bike 2015. He arrived 13, 14 was Preziosi's bike, and then it's a kind of a parallelism. He has won 9 years later the championship, and you have won your first Grand Prix 9 years later.
Yeah, but you cannot.
The start is different. I know.
I'm glad you are doing this comparison because they have a huge.
our bike was not only the first for Romano, was the first for Romano.
Yeah, but it's kind of,
Yeah.
it takes a lot to fulfill a project, eh?
Yeah, it's probably a different story. When we started MotoGP adventure here, we were quite sure that we were more or less on the level because we were so competitive in Superbike, but we soon discovered that it was not like that. Yeah, it was really, really bad. The beginning was. I still remember the first race in Doha with the poor Alvaro. Yeah, it was dramatic.
So you lost a lot of hours sleep at the beginning or not? or you are a calm person? How?
No, I'm cold.
Yes.
No, I would have died.
Why it was not what you expect?
Yeah, the general level, the technology was a different level. The technology, we had. I remember we had, for example, but just one example, huge problems in terms of fuel consumption. We never, in the superbike experience, we never explored a range of lambda, for example. If I think about the range of lambda that we were using at that time, I'm smiling, and we were so scared to go linear by something that now is rich. No, we had the basic knowledge for the category. We didn't have the basic knowledge of the category, and we built up.
So you have been learning.
Yeah, it's been a learning process. It took probably more time than what we expected because. Honestly, already in 17 there were signals that we were reaching some decent level of competitiveness, and then we had some down phase, but we were not robust enough to be at the level in a consistent way.
Do you remember the feeling in Argentina?
Yeah. Yes, of course, yes.
Did you cry?
Cry?
Yes.
No. Maybe I'm gonna cry now, but
No, but it
now
must
they have
been
realized.
an incredible feeling, no? Like, wow, finally I made it. 9 years.
Yeah, sure. It's been. Difficult to explain. Yeah.
That you drank that night or not?
No. Went to the pool, to the swimming pool in the hotel, like in a. No, I really felt the responsibility because I was pushing a lot at the time to switch to MotoGP, you know. And then for a long time I told myself maybe I did the wrong choice, and it's been bad for the company. But finally, when you finally instead reach the target, it's been more a relief than anything else.
You have less weight on your shoulder now?
Or
No, no, even more maybe. Yeah, even more. Let's wait for sure, because in the first seasons I took care of too many things, and this was a mess, honestly. And in those terms, I feel really well now that we share the responsibility on the job. But in terms of getting the results now, no. I think it's even more. It's unbelievable how fast you start to be not happy for a third place that 1 year before it could appear like a dream, no?
How is it to work with Massimo?
Yeah, it's been super good. It built up a very harmonious, come dire,
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
way the department is really a family. It's a very good group. He built this group. He made possible to increase the strength of the department in a way that was before was not even possible to think.
So you can share the success in half and half, or?
Wow. Yeah, sure. Of course, yes. But I would share the success with all the people. For sure, I'm not saying it's my success. No. We are a team. and he gave us the possibility to play at the necessary level.
Romano, I have a theory. Again, when I don't sleep, I think. So, look, my idea is HRC may have 300 engineers. I don't know how many. Yamaha, but at the end, it comes down to a name, a person with a name and a surname. You know, like Furuzawa in Yamaha, like Nakamoto in. At the end, it's one person, no?
No.
Do you agree with this? No?
No.
Do you agree more in the group than in the
Absolutely.
in the leader?
I think you, as journalist, you need to simplify the point and to identify in one person the key or the success or an insuccess. But of course, the key people are playing a big role. But nobody can. But it's not.
But
it's not due to a person.
It's not you who decide. If you have 10 engineers, they're sitting at the table, and all of them think they have the answer to the success. It's you who then decide which one is the good one.
For sure, yes, definitely, yes. But you have to have the people that bring the ideas, because if you don't have the people that bring the ideas on the table, you alone, you do something, but you will never succeed. It's more or less. It's more like thinking about football, no? It's more or less like the manager of the team, but you
He decides the
kick
strategy.
some balls sometimes. It's more like this.
Let's speak about
But
next year.
anyway, sorry, it's part of my job to give the guideline
Yes.
and to confirm the technical choices, of course. But again, if you don't have the people that bring ideas,
What you choose from?
yeah, exactly, yes.
Romano, next year 4 bikes. What will it change?
Yeah, it's organization is changing a lot inside, especially the track organization will change a lot. Well, we will discover day by day. I'm really excited because the potential of understanding the performance will be twice. I believe we can learn much more. We are still in the phase we are defining the track organization. Just to give one simple problem, it's for example the meeting, the way who will attend the meeting of the satellite team, the way the information will be exchanged, the way we can take the information and give and make the better use of this information. It's honestly, it's a process that's started, but quite far to be defined, honestly.
So RNF team will be a part of the Aprilia family, or it will be like because there is two ways to manage a satellite team, like Yamaha did in the past, having a team which is a more client than a partner, and doing like Ducati does for years, having a real B team.
I would say that next year we'll have 4 Aprilia riders, and we'll try to assist them in the best way possible, like if there were 4 riders from this. And also, honestly, I have great expectation from RNF rider results. Even if they will race a bike which will be one step behind in the development, but I think they will bring us a lot of information, and I'm quite optimistic on the results as well. So for me, they are not on the same level, let's say, okay, but very close.
And you feel strong enough in terms of resources to fill up everything?
In terms of, sorry?
Resources.
Resources.
Yeah. Building parts and...
Yeah, no, resources in terms of parts, yes, of course. For sure, the RNF will be assisted by a leaner organization than the factory team. So we have in the factory team we have staff for performance analysis and so on, which is quite strong. We cannot replicate, make another one, it would be impossible. But we'll have our staff will assist that team anyway, and there will be a structure for them dedicated, smaller, but anyway structure. No, I'm not concerned.
How many employees will be working for the team or in the team or
in the satellite team?
Yes.
Well, I will give you the exact number afterwards.
You are like me. There is a lot of technology, but at the end, a pencil and a book is the best.
Yeah, it remains.
You see
I
it.
still remember. Sorry for in a company. One day, a general manager called us and said, "From next month, we'll have a new thing. It is the email." And I said, "We don't need it. What is that for?"
That was a long time ago, eh?
You can't leave it without it.
What's your opinion about the new technology and the aero, the right eye device? What do we have to do to make new regulation, to lower them?
Well, regarding the 2 points that you mentioned, I strongly believe that aerodynamics is a positive thing. It's a positive thing for the performance, for the safety, for the development of the motorcycle in general. That can be brought to the production motorcycle. It's a real development. Right eye devices are a very clever invention, but the only reason for this is that the regulation ban the modern technology right eye device. So these mechanical things, I always say the Fred Flintstone style, prehistoric track, they are not justified. They are justified only by the regulation that we have in MotoGP, but they are not a progress for me. And for the future, there's a discussion running for the future technology.
Yeah, or make the MotoGP more sustainable.
Well, sustainable, I would say it's already done, because the fuel will be, we will start in 2024 with non-fossil fuel, and in 2027 40%,
yeah.
And in the 2027 there will be probably fully sustainable 100% fuel. So
Do you think it's enough? Because it doesn't change. I mean,
but
at the end,
it depends on what you mean by sustainability.
to have less carbon emission, to have, to be closer to what we need to do to save the planet.
Okay, with the fully sustainable fuel that we will use in 2027, you will have a zero carbon emission in the cycle of the fuel, because when they produce the fuel, they will capture CO2 from the atmosphere, and then the same CO2 will be released when the bike is running. So this will be 100% done in 2027.
Yeah, but Romano, we all know that the biggest problem is not what the bike are doing on the track, but all this business create.
Okay, this is a point that I brought on the table You are absolutely right. I have not the answer. I just brought it on the table, and someone else has to find a way. Okay, we could do all the races in one track. No, I don't know, because I was told by I had a meeting with the company a few days ago. They were talking about some space mission, no? Some rocket launch, and they asked us, you know, where the bigger impact on the CO2, on pollution is coming from the combustion of the fuel, from the parts of the missile or whatever. No, it was from the commuting of the people that were designing and developing the rocket. No? So it's not easy to find the point. No, you have to have, if you really want to face the problem, you have to have a very wide range of of understanding. Of course, the CO2 produced by from the MotoGP is probably this much, and the jumbo jet that travel around the world are 100 times bigger, no? Or maybe much more than 100 times bigger.
Romano, going back to the real world, do you
Planet Earth.
do you win start 2023, but really thinking in getting the championship? Do you dare?
I think we have the potential. We have been challenging for the championship in 2022. So, and we had some bad luck in a couple of situations. It was a real possibility. So why not in the 2023? We'll be stronger. We will have the possibility. On the other hand, I would say that probably Ducati will be even stronger than 2022. They had a kind of a false start in 2022. I think they will be stronger in 2023, but we will be stronger as well. I think Yamaha will be stronger because especially engine-wise, they will get some improvement, I believe. I don't expect Honda will be in the same kind of troubles as 2022, and KTM they showed that we are already very strong. So it will be very difficult, but we have our chance to fight for the championship.
What have you told your boss? Because probably he will have asked you, because you have a boss, like we all have. What have you answered him when he asked you, what about 2023?
We have a clear mission to try to win, and we cannot say no.
Of course.
In case of Miguel doing very well, maybe doing better during the first part of the season as better than your factory riders, would it be possible to imagine you helping him with the last part of the bike, or it's something impossible by contract, or I don't know?
I think in case, no, I think nothing is impossible. I don't know exactly the terms of the contract. But it's common sense that if in case Miguel will be super competitive, being an Aprilia rider, he will be helped as much as we can.
Because listening Massimo, I understood that he's somewhere the future. He believe on him to replace at the point of Aleix will retire, or so.
Oh, this is a part of strategy that Massimo is for sure is reasonable, but.
So
looking at next season, even if Miguel or Raul Raul has
I said Miguel because he has
incredible
more
talent, so
experience,
we believe
yeah.
in him very much. So honestly, for me, they are 4 Aprilia riders. So we'll try to help them with everything we can.
It's another difference between Europe and Japan.
This is I don't know.
No, because
I
you
would say
see,
that we have a special relationship with Aleix because it's been our champion along this season. He always believed in Aprilia. He kept pushing in an unbelievable way. So I don't know when he will retire, and I don't want to talk about his retirement.
Okay, and I understood.
Because for me, he is eternal.
But don't you think he reached his maximum in 2020 and 22? Sorry, and it will be difficult for him to.
No, I don't think
He
so.
still can improve.
I think so. It's not easy to improve, but he's been improving. Okay, Aprilia has been improving, but he's been improving as well, and he has so much strength inside himself that he can even improve more.
Did he surprise you? Because honestly, we are here 4 years and we didn't expect him to fight for the championship like he did this year.
Yeah, it's been surprising for me. If I think about years ago, he's been alongside with great riders like Iannone, like Maverick, and he always showed that he's super fast and super strong. So in these terms, if you had ever asked me 4 years ago, he will be exactly on the same level or even generally faster than some riders, I would say, yeah, I don't know. But now he really proved he is a fast rider, he is a top rider.